like India, in fact, all of East Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, have to think even far more to bring renewables in, far beyond perhaps where we have been and we will ever go. And therefore, the whole area of technology, to be able to control it, to be able to integrate it, is vital, I think, for the strategy of India, more so than perhaps the strategy of Canada. So that's where I think it brings a vital importance.
I just finished. This is my last comment. I certainly agree with your view. For example, in the US, they have a 10 lakhs megawatt total capacity, installed capacity. Out of that is nearly about 50% right now is thermal, so 5 lakhs capacity. In India today, as of now, we have about 2 lakhs, something like 2.65 lakhs megawatt is installed in India right now. Out of that, it's a 70% is thermal. If your logic is right, if you have a nuclear 24/7, you have a hydro enough, and then you can make up your solar for the daytime, that will be very helpful. But fundamentally, we have some issues here. So I agree with your view. Just for this, my comments. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much. The gentleman in the back, please. Just a mic for the gentleman in the back.
Sir, I run a research company in Chennai, and then for the information of audience, we are doing something wonderful for energy, non-fuel, no pollution. That will be launching in another 2 years. Would Kannada be interested in what is called a house? In the house, you generate your own electricity. We'll look after that. Is it possible? Will Kannada be welcoming that type of technology?
Absolutely. One of the goals here today for us is to introduce companies that have already started down that innovation path. And innovation is everywhere. And we're absolutely very keen to learn more and very happy to speak to you. We have a lot of science and technology agreements between our two countries, and a lot of companies are in this research pattern because, as Ravi said, we need all the help we can, we meaning everybody, need all the help we can in terms of energy sources, and that's our goal. So very happy to do that. Any other questions from the audience, please? Yes, sir.
This is Professor Kishore Koka. We work on solar power projects. I would like to only to share a few points here on the waste from wealth. Bamboo is one of the best candidates. And one bamboo gives 307 kgs of oxygen, where a human needs 304 kgs. And because now many industries based on the wealth from waste, they're not getting the waste product. So the best candidate would be the wonderful candidate which can grow in about 9 months' time. That's bamboo that I can talk to you. And sir, one of the gentlemen who talked about India, he is poised very greatly for solar, sir. So there is no other go on hand, and our Prime Minister is planned 1 lakh megawatts in under 10 years to come. So in the fossil fuel area, I think I would agree with Mr. Senapati that there is no other go for us for the future to go in for the renewables. That's only solar and wind. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. Yes, please.
I'm basically a management consultant doing turnkey projects, bringing some new technologies. My question is to Mr. Brooke Aiden, Newer Fuels. We are talking about the used automobile waste oils. Am I right?
That's correct.
Engine oils. So it is a very good concept to bring recycle the oils and use it as and where it is being used. But it is this process, it should go down the line, not that it should be a big refinery is required. If it is required, then only the government can involve to create such infrastructure. Whereas if the technology can be taken to the down level, like smaller projects, it can be done at the root level, so that it will be very useful for a big country like India. Is it possible to bring the technology to India so that at a smaller levels this refinery process can be done?
Our refineries are actually designed to be at the local level. The footprint of our refinery is 1.5 basketball courts, so, or 3 tennis courts. It's small. It's designed to process 30 million liters of waste oil annually and produce 25 million liters of B100 biodiesel. So it is made for the local markets and to process the oil right here. And the whole benefit is that you put it close to where the sources of oil, the waste oil is. So you cut down your greenhouse gases by transportation and all the costs associated with it. So, and you can sell the fuel anywhere. So you sell it right in your local market as well. So there's lots of benefits to it, and in smaller markets.
Yeah, if the investor is ready, can you transfer the technology, maybe at a commercial basis? Because I have an investor locally. Will the technology be expensive to bring in from Canada to India?
It's an extremely economical. It's an extremely economical solution. The payback on the technology is about just over 2.5 years. So it's extremely profitable.
Okay, thank
High
you.
gross margin.
I'll talk to you later. Maybe
Absolutely, that would be great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please, in the back there.
Sir, I am Vivek from Remura Biologicals, a green energy conservative firm. So I am really happy to see you all. I have a few bottleneck question for Mr. Brock Eder. See, the thing is doing biodiesel, it is not a big deal at all. But taking into the systems, any machinery systems, like automobiles or everything, it is a big deal. The challenging part is I have a question, main specific question is should we change any automobile kind of systems, internal systems specifically for using these biodiesels, into the automobiles? In the thermodynamic systems, there should be of some changes in the Gibbs free energies or any loss of third law or something, we need to modulate, or else it is very tough in Indian kind of conditions or any Antarctic kind of conditions. I have found at any low melting points, these biodiesels from alga or something, it turns into kind of solidification process. So it gets clogged into the automobiles. This is a huge bottleneck. This is why in India, investors, they are raising the question, what is the bottleneck and what is your solution? So I would like to know the solution for this, please.
Well, with our project and our technology, the fuel, once it's gone through a refining process, it goes directly into the vehicles. It doesn't require any modifications or blending with other fuels. So it's from the refinery to your car direct. So like I said, there's no modifications required, which is one of the big benefits. One of the big benefits of our product.
Certainly, you should certainly meet after the session and have a detailed discussion. Your point is totally valid. Your question is really focused on, will the grade of diesel sustain and be natural so that no modification is required to the system? So why don't we pick up that technical discussion in a little bit. So I want to make sure that the session runs on time.
Sure.
And then
Thank
we
you.
can certainly come back
Thank you,
to that.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your very useful insight. And I think that as my members of the panel have certainly brought out a lot of interest. We need to look after the waste byproducts. We need to look at conservation. We need to look at how we manage general waste and turn this into energy. And of course, any industrialization process has dangerous gas. Why throw that into the air when we can do something? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And with this, I invite Mr. Parrott to come up here and manage and moderate the next session. Thank you very much.